What is up, YouTube people? I have a pair of low heat that is high heat, but supposed to be low heat. Tom Sachs is trying to make these low heat, but the popularity of the shoe, the embedded value of his collaborations just prevents this from like sitting at low heat prices. Now, these on the other hand, I think this is the value here. These low heat prices for the most part, but kind of high heat head turning, or at least high heat recognition. Kind of. I don't know. I've now gone too far into that whole start of the video. If you're watching this, individual shout out to each one of you watching this, because this video has been done a million times. There's 1,000 unboxing videos of this specific shoe, reviews, wear tests, and somehow, some way, you clicked on my video and you're still listening to me at a minute in. So thank you. I copped these off the restock that happened in early December. So just letting you know, off the Nike Craft website, it can be done. There is hope. I am living proof. If you didn't hit or haven't hit yet, live vicariously through me through this unboxing. Came a little delayed shipping. Everything's delayed these days. These, no exception. Took a minute to get to me, but finally they're in my hands. And I'm excited. I guess I'm a normcore sneakerhead. I'm like everyone else. It's hard not to like this shoe. As much as like people don't want to like this shoe, I think hardcore sneakerheads and the such want to resist liking this. I think most people like this shoe. And I think, decent, fair reasons too. Yeah. So we'll unbox this, try them on. I have a variety of thoughts that will differ from other unboxings. Hopefully you get some new perspectives on these, and my thoughts on what you should do if you haven't hit on these yet, or if you want these. And so stick around for all that. Before I reveal these, please do all the things. Subscribe, like, notification bell. Would really appreciate it. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is wild to think. When I started this channel, I wouldn't say that I'm blown away. Like, that's not crazy, but I'm pleasantly surprised. So thank you for everyone who subscribes. And who's returning subscribers. Thank you. All right. Enough with that stuff. Enough with the intro. Now on to the shoes. We have the Tom Sachs General Purpose Shoe. That's right. The official name of it is the General Purpose Shoe. It's its own silhouette, but based off some, prior models in light cream and white light bone. I got these size 11.5. That's my size. These I feel fit true to size. Maybe they run a slightly big, but I like to be safe. Don't like tight shoes nowadays. I'd rather have them be a little loose than too tight. You got signature kind of low budget Tom Sachs scribblings and scribe and signature there on the box. Own less, do more. That's kind of the motto behind these shoes. It's not about the shoes, but the journey you take in them, what you do with them, where you go. So let's see these. My first pair of this colorway. I obviously, as you can see, have the sulfur colorway. So Nike Craft shoes are manufactured. I'm not going to go through all that. It'll bore you. You'll turn off the video. But it's before recycling, there is reuse. So they're big on getting your use out of the shoes, all of that stuff. I like the motto. You got his little bullet illustration there on the inside. Let's take a look. Man, this is the studio colorway as he calls it, and it's just a clean shoe. Maybe overused word. Maybe we got to come up with some new adjectives in the sneaker industry, in the sneaker world, but I do think it is an apt description of this shoe. A little DIY, which is his motto and his art style, his design style, with the kind of unfinished, cut edges and multiple materials used to formulate the upper of the shoe. You have his illustration of the Nike logo on the inside. So a little DIY look, but clean in the color scheme and the color way, for sure. Man, I like it. It's hard to go wrong with an all-white upper. You got black sole there, kind of a bold statement with an all-white upper, and the brown midsole kind of that speckled pebble midsole rubber, kind of like a sort of pseudo gum rubber midsole on the outer edge. Waffle print outsole. You got the same Nike Craft logo on the bottom. A U.S. patent number, I think, for the waffle design, which was kind of Nike's first foray into track shoes, was the waffle. We used an actual waffle iron to create the sole. And you got this mesh webbing for the tongue, painted on swoosh, save a little bit in materials there. Not really much leather except around the laces and the mud guard there and the heel. That's only the suede leather, so you cut down on materials, keep the prices low on this, which the retail was $110. That's pretty much it for the details. And like I said, there's been a million Tom Sachs unboxing videos, so I'm not going to go too in depth. If I missed something, I apologize. There's a million other videos. So I just want to more talk philosophically about the shoe, its intended purpose, the market and appetite for it, and some other things. So that's what I'm going to get into now. Again, if I left out a detail, there's plenty of other videos. But thanks for watching mine. On the inside of the tongue, I will point out this. You have Tom Sachs' signature, and he wrote the serial number out and the Nike ID number, which is kind of cool. I do like these added these pull tabs, these ribbony pull tabs on the tongue and the heel. I think this is a nice little superfluous design. This isn't super. I mean, no, these are definitely functional. I like, functionally speaking, I like them, and they're a little floppy, but they're big enough you can easily grab them. So I do like that. They are functional. But yeah, and then you just get one pair of laces. No second set of laces, and that's it for the packaging. Not a ton of extra paper. So what I do like about this shoe is he wants to make this a perennial release. He wants to make this an everyday pair of shoes that you wear for general purposes. And so they've kept costs down. The box is nice. It's a thicker box, but not a lot of stuff on the inside. And then the materials they went cheaper on the materials. So these probably won't last forever. It's a good durable outsole. You might get some wear and tear on these waffle treads if you just wear them on cement. This is a good mix for a variety of terrain, dirt and cement. But these will wear out eventually. They're not all leather shoes. Cost more, but they also last longer. But yeah, at $110, I think it is great value for the design and the look. You're kind of adopted into sneaker culture, even though this is supposed to be attainable by everyone. He even dropped these at Kohl's, which I think is that's hilarious. And I hope not only sneakerheads got these at Kohl's. I hope some regular people were able to cop these at Kohl's. I think the majority of them probably went to sneakerheads who ran out and got them. But I like the thought behind it. So this is the second restock of these. They released, I think, in June. They restocked in October, and then early December. He did this colorway came out, and they have shown pictures of the brown colorway. Those have yet to be released. But he did, when these dropped in December, he made this Twitter post, and he did say they're sold out, but studio restock and new colorways to come next year. If you missed out, do not worry. This is not your last chance to buy this shoe. The general purpose shoe is designed to be perennial. It will be back soon. So if you missed out, these I think are going for, my size at least, a little under $300, with on StockX. With fees, shipping, all that stuff, it's going to be well over $300. I think that's too much to pay for this shoe. Even though it's a sweet shoe at $110, 3 times the cost of its retail price. That's too much for a lot of shoes and for most people. But, amongst us sneakerheads, we pay a little bit more for sneakers at times. But even still, I think it's too much for this shoe, especially with him guaranteeing it will restock. Both this colorway, if you I think most people would like this colorway the best. It has the highest resale value, and it's been restocked multiple times, and it still holds a high resale value. So he said this colorway is coming back plus new colorways. I suggest you wait till a restock and new colorways. My girlfriend was able to hit on these on the sneakers app for me, I think in 100 entries for me over the years. This is the first time she ever hit on my size in a pair I wanted. So I was able to get these off sneakers. I overpaid for another pair. I have another pair off StockX, way overpaid. Feel bad about that. These And then I hit these on the Nike Craft website. So it can happen. Hold out, keep trying. Next year, hopefully, will be your year. One of the colorways or one of the restocks, hopefully, you'll be able to land, catch a W. If you just need a pair to pull off a fit, you just love these and are sick of not having them, or you're made of money and prices no matter to you, I would suggest taking a look at these. The resale prices on these, a lot of these are sub 200. With fees and shipping, you're going to get over 200, but it's not nearly as bad as these. And I like this colorway. I did an unboxing of these. Check that out. I like this colorway. This obviously goes a little bit more, arguably speaking. I think that's not really an argument, but these are great and cheaper, more affordable. So if you need these, I would take a look at the sulfurs prices in your size, or just hold out. It's just, I feel like for most people, and myself included, it means more when you catch a natural W. It's just more fulfilling, more rewarding than just paying resale. That's my philosophy. I think a lot of people share that philosophy, and I think you will be able to hit on these eventually. Again, one W on sneakers through the lady, one Nike Craft W. I signed up for the first two, so I know your pain. If you've taken L's, I know your pain. I lost out on the first drop, the second drop, got lucky, got the notification shortly after I signed up, with this raffle, and they eventually came in. So stoked. Let's try these on. I will say, they take inspiration cues from like some of the 80s waffle runners. Some of the, I think the upper is a little bit of like a low top hiking kind of design in mind, or it takes design cues from. To me, I did a YouTube short drawing these, customizing these. They look a lot like the Kill Shot minus the rubber, but it has the same. This is more speckled midsole. This is more of a different design on the midsole rubber, but to me these look very similar. There's even a Kill Shot with a white swoosh. So yeah, here's the various midsoles, different tones of brown and cream. But yeah, to me this is like, and this to me is the general purpose shoe. This is what every dude who is not into sneakers grabs these from J. Crew. I don't even know if J. Crew exists anymore. I think it went bankrupt. But this, I've had many philosophical conversations, I think, on this channel. Check my review of these. This is the conundrum for me, the essence of the Lowheat channel. Not bangers, easily attainable, cheap shoes, but these look great, and that's why they're so popular. And that's why you see so many guys wearing them, because it's a good-looking shoe, but it carries zero sort of in-the-know club, hard to get attainable value. There's zero value other than aesthetically they look nice. But in some circles, family get-together, hometown, these might get just as many accolades as a 1985 Jordan 1, if not more. People would like these. So that's kind of the weird conundrum us sneakerheads live in materialism and all that stuff. I don't know. It's an interesting discussion for me. Like, what holds more value, Something that's going to get potentially more head turns, nods, approvals, compliments from a larger audience, or just, are you just seeking that one nod from that one knowing sneakerhead that like, oh yeah, you got a nice rare pair. I don't know. I'd love your thoughts. A lot of people just say wear what you like. Of course, I know, and I subscribe to that too. But sometimes we all know that not everyone lives that way 100% of the time. Otherwise, we just wear I don't know, slippers. All right, let's take these off. Those are the most comfortable, really. Clogs. I should do a wear review. I feel like I haven't worn these quite enough to do a proper wear review. I have worn these, probably 10 times. You can see I wore them to a concert. They're not perfectly clean. Got some mud, got some, what was that, wine stains? It's so bougie. It's such a Tom Sachs stain to have on your shoes. I think that's like red wine from the Hollywood Bowl, a concert at the Hollywood Bowl. Like, what? I'm almost embarrassed. I should clean those off. It's such a Tom Sachs event to wear, a shoe event. Anyways, I don't care. I don't care. All right. See? Now this, to me, this is perfect because this is basically aesthetically just as good as this. Maybe, slightly better, slightly worse, whatever. But you get the same amount of compliments wearing these maybe from the norm crowd, from the moms, the dads, the people who aren't sneakerheads, ladies who don't give a crap if you're wearing what year retro Jordan 4. Get just as many compliments, and the sneaker community knows what these are too. The hype beasts know what these are. That being said, I know these at first were like, these aren't the Mars yards, these aren't the $10,000 shoes, so they're not quite as good. They are catering to like normies. I don't know. I find this, I could talk forever on this shoe. I'm 15 minutes in. I'm sure some of you are bored of this conversation, but I just find it interesting. A very interesting shoe in the space. He wants it to be a perennial release. They still resell for 3 times the amount of retail, yet they're going to keep restocking. Resellers who make their money off these don't want it to keep restocking necessarily, but yet if you can keep making money, maybe they do. Some colors aren't as popular. I think, some sneakerheads, they're just about the Mars yards, yet you find some people eventually lightening up and liking these. It's just some people have given this sneaker of the year, or it's made sneaker of the year lists. I would put it in my top 10. I need to do a list. Let me know, any regular viewers, if you even care about my opinion of top 10 shoes of the year. I was thinking of doing my top 10 Lowheat releases of the year and maybe my top pickups as a short, because I don't think many of you care. Some of you care, which I appreciate, but the wider audience of anyone going to click on this, actually, other than, a handful of people who regularly watch my videos. So I was thinking of a top 10 video, maybe a top 10 Lowheat video release of the year. But these would make my top 10 sneakers of the year, the overall list, because it's a new silhouette. Obviously taking from other silhouettes, but it's a new silhouette, so it gets bonus points for that. If it was just a retro, it'd be a nice shoe, Tom Sachs collab. I don't know if it would make the top 10 though. But given that it isn't a just spin on a different silhouette, it's kind of his own design in total. I think this makes the top 10. As for the colors, I really like them. Like at first, of course, I like this better. Like just in pictures and on the news and stuff. And when this one came out, I was like, I like this one better. Once I had this one in hand, seeing how it wears nicely with lots of different outfits, that yellow really pops. I don't see that much in clothes, or it's just a nice pop of color, but it's different, and not too bright at the same time. It's really good color actually. Orange hits. Anyways, I like that's grown on me a lot. Maybe I give this the slight edge, but barely. This one's great, and it's way cheaper resale. Obviously, if you can get it for retail, then I don't know. But here they are, both on foot. Let's give these a rating. I forgot. I should have checked what I gave these for rating. I probably gave these an 8.5. Would be my guess. I don't know if these get quite a 9. I feel like to get a 9, need to be a little bit more story, maybe slightly better materials, maybe something fancier in here. I like that this can wear with anything. It's not just about being fancy, but maybe the insole, or I don't know, one more design accoutrement addition, some extra pairs of laces. I don't know. I guess it does get bonus points for having a good retail price and being attainable. Do I give this a 9? I've worn these. Like I said, I can't give these a proper wear review yet. They are comfortable, but they're not perfectly comfortable. They're not like a super foamy runner or walking shoe. My foot does, it's a little loose, which I said I don't mind, and actually I prefer rather than tight. I could tie them tighter if I wanted, but you can tell this is like a more cheaply manufactured shoe, and not in a bad way, because again, they're $110 retail, so I'm not like it's not serious downgrade. It just is what it is. You paid $110 for the shoe. This is what you're going to get. I feel like I don't want to give it a 9. This is going to be embarrassing. I forgot what I gave this. Did I give this a 9? And then I'm going to give this lower. Anyways, right now, in a vacuum, not knowing that score, I'm going to give these an 8.9. Almost a 9 out of 10. I feel like this is almost a 9. This is such a good shoe. Maybe there's just a couple things that could be better, but maybe that would bump it up in price. And that is a nice thing about it. They're $110. So 8.9 for now. That's my rating. Very good rating. Excellent shoe. Almost a 9. Maybe it should be a 9 for you guys to debate in the comments. Thanks for watching. I got more Lowheat coming up very soon. Please subscribe. I'm going to wear these, since I got them for retail especially. I'm definitely, and they're supposed to, meant to be worn. The Tom Sachs ethos. Wear them, do things in them, create memories, all that not nonsense, but all that stuff. All that good stuff. It's about spending money on memories and doing things rather than things. So try to hit on these for retail.